Are you introducing this vlog? I can't remember if you introduced it last time or me.
Weren't missing We've got normal light.
We've got daylight, yeah, that's another thing. So sorry for how dark the footage was of our little walk, but it was the best we could do, wasn't it?
It was better than nothing, and
yeah.
It wasn't even the Thursday, it was the Friday.
I know, that was my fault. I just didn't get round to editing.
I've noticed I'm like biting my nose a lot, but I must always have a runny nose.
It means you're vexed when you're rubbing your nose, you know.
Oh no.
It means you wound up. If you rub your nose, you're going to have an argument, so I better keep these questions neutral, better I, Louise? We've had to protect the menopause. Well, hello everyone, welcome back to the Chatty Two, and I'm Tony.
And I'm Louise.
And we have got a lovely fun-filled Q&A. Now, we have filmed this before, but we have completely changed the questions. Little sneak peek, I don't want Louise to see them. We've changed the questions.
No, can I just interrupt though for a minute, because Tony's got it all nice in a little pad, and I was like,
you know what I'm like for a notepad, Louise?
We are. I've just been saying this to Richard bringing me over though. We really are the opposite of each other.
How are we though?
No, so I said to Richard, I think me and Tony are so the opposite. And he said, what do you mean? And I said, in the ways of like, she's so organised, everything's like out perfectly. I said, I'm like...
I think that's the Aries in me though. And you're an Aries, there's like 7 days between us.
I know, but I must be, you know, flitting over somewhere else as well. But no, because mine is on a piece of paper. Tony can't see because I can't even understand my handwriting, so I don't know how you're going to understand it. So I wrote these while I was getting my hair done because my roots are finally done.
Your hair looks gorgeous, it looks lovely.
So I made up, thank you, my hairdresser. But I feel human again. But mine have got little hands on the back and hands and pictures and everything. So
I drew hearts while I was thinking.
I do normally
I drew hearts. I usually do faces.
I just mean how unorganised and scruffy mine looks. But Richard said, no, I think you're so alike, but we do have different ways. Like you're more on time, organised that way. I'm not. I'm the other way,
have OCD with things like that. So it's that perfectionism in me. And Lee says it all the time. Oh, chill out a little bit, will you? But I just
want to be ahead.
Yeah. To try and be, I mean, look, young entrepreneur, as I say, when anyone comes in and they go, Ollie goes, oh, when I go, young entrepreneur, all the Valentine's boxes on the sofa. And I'm busy working on the advent calendar for Christmas and it's January, you know, but just trying to be ahead of myself and organised. It's any free time I get, I like to use it and be as organised as I possibly can. But I do think we're very alike. No,
but he said that, he said, no, you're so alike, but there's them little bits of difference, but that's what's made you make.
Do you know what though?
It's
funny because Annette is October. She's a Libra, the same as Lee. And I always say it to Annette, and she says it to me. If you turn us both inside out, it's like we're built the same, but we're not. But yet we're so similar. Yeah. But I think you're always drawn to people who you're similar with. That's why I said, I mean, I'm not saying I'm not drawn to anyone who's not similar to me, but you're always drawn. You like, you have your people, don't you, who you're very like.
I just meant little things, and that's going to be, that's just life, isn't it?
But what I do think is we bounce off each other, and I don't know whether anybody else agrees, but I really think we do bounce off each other, and always have though. Yeah. Even years and years ago.
When we used to work.
We always did. Yeah. You'd be the one who'd be stressed and I'd be the one who was laughing about it. Yeah. You'd be the one who was laughing and I'd be the one that was stressed. Yeah. And I think that's like you need that balance, don't you?
You do.
You definitely do. So where you're not as organised, I'm organised. I'm like, it's fine, Louise, and you're organised in other ways with lovely hair. And I'm here with roots down to my knees, but it's getting done on Tuesday.
No, your roots are not like my roots where they were terrible. But hey ho, we're here now.
Right, I'm not letting you see my questions, keeping them hidden. Do you want to go first?
Okay.
Go on then.
Right. Oh.
Are we doing like quick snap questions like we did on our previous one?
As quick as my brain will work, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Who or what, so this is a bit, who or what was your idea or your inspiration to start up your socials?
Right.
Going back to your own from when you ever started?
Well, I started Instagram in 2016 and I started it, there was no online creators back then. There was me and a guy called Rob who's called Silver Grey Home, I think, on Instagram.
I think you've mentioned him, yeah.
There was only the two of us and we had very similar styles, very stripped back, almost like minimal, but not really minimal. And I was heavily influenced by Norwegian creators and how they styled the home. And I was on the search for my silver Lemberger pine cones. And that's where my Instagram started. And I was like, I've got to do it. And I've always loved interior design and decorating and, you know, changing the room round. It's just, I used to do it in my bedroom when I was little.
Didn't you get your stools as well?
Stools?
Didn't your stools in your kitchen, in your other house, weren't they like Scandinavian or something?
Yeah.
I remember.
I had the cartel bar stools were the ones that I left in the house for the owners because I just thought they looked lovely in the kitchen. But the ones before them were also a Scandi brand. But it all started through there not being much, and I was heavily influenced by Norwegian creators who were sharing their home online, but it didn't really happen in the UK. Like I say, there was only myself and Rob doing it. And
all them years ago.
Yeah, and then it just blew up. And do you know what blew my socials up, my Instagram? You know, the square mirrors that I used to have above the bed?
The question.
People went crazy over them.
That.
And I got them from Stockton Heath, all that jazz, and I originally bought 2 and hung them like triangular. And then I was like, no, I'll do square because of that even. And then I was like, I need another one. So I went back and he said, since you've shared these, he went, I have sent these all over the world, Tony. Like, they've gone all over the world. I remember you used to get
a lot of questions asking about them, didn't you?
They're what blew my socials up, those mirrors. And then what I did notice was when I go to trade fairs and stuff like that, I'd noticed that the actual designers in the trade fairs were doing exactly the same. So it's amazing how... And here's a little fact. I got slated for those mirrors because they were going, you should never hang a mirror above your bed. And I was like, they're more of an art than a mirror. Like, you wouldn't like look in them and get dressed in them. They were just a design piece.
It was an art.
So I was like, you should never have for feng shui. Feng shui.
Feng
shui. Is it? I don't know. Well, whatever that is.
Feng shui, I think it is.
You should never have a mirror like that, and you should never have a mirror facing your bed. I was like, oh, I don't care.
But I've heard people even say that about over your fire. Some people are a bit funny with that.
Yeah.
I've heard that. I've got one above my fire. Always have done. But I can't remember who it was, but someone said that to me many years ago. Oh, I wouldn't have a mirror above. People have their own little ways, but that's how you started.
The inspiration came from just looking at other Norwegian creators who were heavily into Instagram at the time and being like, I want to do that and share some inspiration and show people that you can really have a lovely home and do it on a budget. You don't need millions to live in a lovely house.
Definitely not.
And YouTube came from the back of so many questions on Instagram. I get asked all the time, where's this from, where's that from? How do you keep your home so clean? And I used to share like little snippets on Instagram way back when, I'm going back 2017, of me like cleaning the hob, how to clean the sink, how to do this, how to do that. And I'd have brands like on me all the time. Can you work for us? And I'd be like, I'm too busy. And, you know, I loved the fun element of Instagram. And I was like, well, I could create videos for YouTube and, you know, clean. And little did I know that it would be the way that it is. But yeah,
marvellous.
Here we are in 2024.
Absolutely marvellous.
That was a very good question. I really like that. My questions are going to sound rubbish now.
Wait till you hear the rest. That might have been just one off. Good.
Okay, well, choose a theme song for your life. So if there was a song that could really reflect your life, what would that song be? I thought it might have been like a Madonna song, maybe.
Well, that was what I was thinking of it. Holiday!
There you go.
Celebrate!
There you go.
If we take a holiday. Where can you see the Chatty Two in a year's time?
Really stepping out of our comfort zone. I haven't even shared this with you. I've not shared it with anybody. It's just what I think. But really stepping out of our comfort zone and inspiring and encouraging so many more people to be like we are. Because although we're nearly 46, I think there's still an inner child inside of us that has this fear that makes the 46-year-old in us feel fearful to do things. Look at us going to London, Lou, the first time.
Oh no.
Let's walk in a straight line in case we get lost. That was me. You know, it's me, but I like to think that within a year we'll have done a sleepover in a hotel in London and spent like 2 days there. You know, really stepping out of our comfort zone, go and do the zip wire in Snowdon, do all the things that we're fearful of, and hopefully encourage everybody else. To go and we will be a little bit lighter when we're doing it, because we're joining Slimming World next week. But that's where I see us in a year, really stepping out of our comfort zone and
I think that's
empowering women to
definitely.
do the same.
Doesn't matter
Especially
your age,
menopausal women.
I think
Age is
you
just a
need
number.
that. I think you need that.
Honestly.
Not to be forgotten. You know, get out there and still do it all.
Do you ever like walk past the mirror and go, ugh?
I've done it in work not so long ago.
And you're, in your mind, you look completely different to how
I don't like looking in mirrors really too much.
Same.
I really do. I'm not even messing.
It's when you catch a glimpse, you're like, oh my
This
God.
was like, I do like little shouts every now and then. You heard me, haven't you? Like I'll scream. But I was in... I went in the bathroom and off the office and I went in, must have looked in the mirror first and I just screamed. And obviously whoever I was working with went, what's up? What is it? And I went, I'll just see myself in the mirror. They went, BA. But
isn't it mad how you have an image in your mind of what you think you
and
look
maybe
like, but you
will.
don't look like that?
No, exactly. And that's why I don't really like to look too much, because you think then you've got that image like you've just said, but then there's an extra 15 lines somewhere, do you know?
But those lines tell a story, and they're all laugh lines. That's the way that I think of it. They're all laugh lines. If you could swap lives with one famous person...
Is it yoga?
For one day. Yeah, you've just...
Go on.
Haven't you?
No, what did you ask me? What did I assume? Where can you see the Chatty? Was that?
Yeah,
Oh, go on.
yeah. One famous person for one day.
Probably Madonna.
Yeah? Even now?
No, not now. If I go back... right now you want me to do it? Okay.
Well, if you think it's Madonna, then you'd want to skip back to the late 80s, early 90s.
I wouldn't be doing it now.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if she even knows what she's doing now.
Why Madonna?
Back then?
Yeah.
Because she was fun.
Did you want to put the pointy boobs on?
I had the little fingerless gloves.
No, not the fingerless gloves. No, the pointy boobs, Louise. Me, did you want to put the pointy... No, I had the fingerless gloves.
Cones. Yeah, like Madonna probably.
I'd love to be a fly on a wall.
Yeah.
Imagine the stories she could tell you.
I know.
Imagine.
And the people.
Yeah.
The places that
you've been.
Who are you watching on YouTube at the moment?
Who am I watching on YouTube at the moment? Who I've been watching. Because I haven't really been tuning in because I'm like so engrossed in the Housewives. But during Christmas...
So who's your latest one, yeah?
Yeah, I've been watching Diane Boswell. She is a dancer on Strictly Come Dancing, and she's the partner of Joe Suggs. And all I can say is, if you haven't watched her Vlogmas videos, highly recommend going and having a little watch of her, because I'm just in love with her family. So she lives here in the UK. I think she's in London with Joe, but she goes home at Christmas to Australia to her family, and her family at Christmas time really reminds me of how our family was when we were younger, and they're all there and celebrating Christmas. And I just found all of her videos really, like, you know, when I like to watch creators where you can come away and, you know, you feel like glow about and
switch off and
I really enjoyed Diane. I don't know whether it's Boswell or Buswell, a name. I think it's Buswell. But her videos were brilliant. I loved them. Share a story from your past that always makes you laugh. There must be a memory that comes to mind where you've belly laughed over something.
Why am I finding it so hard to think though?
Because you've had no preparation. I haven't pre-warned you about the questions. What's the first memory that comes to mind?
Right, I'm really that constant. And like, people have heard this, it just mightn't sound that funny, but I couldn't. And it was like in work, this was a work scenario. I was to work, we were coming home a few years ago, and it was so icy. Really, really icy. On this corner, the three of us who were walking home, I won't be mentioning any names, but the three of us who were walking home.
Could they potentially be watching this video?
They might be, I'm not too sure.
We better not laugh too hard then.
We were walking home, and the corner is very, very icy, really icy, was like ice. But a lady was a bit older than us. Yeah. She's not ill by any means, but a little bit older than us. I'd had a fall previous, so obviously it shook her up, you know. So we were all holding on to each other, you know, which probably making it worse, walking very slowly.
Yeah, because if one goes down, it all goes down.
Walking very slowly. And this lady, this older woman who's a little bit older, must have got that frightened then and held on to, you know, them big posts that do the phone wires.
Yeah, the big wooden ones with the little metal prongs.
But see things like this, and like it probably shouldn't have been that funny, but she held on to it so tight, as though she was in the sea.
Like me hugging the trees.
Honestly,
in
so tight, but it was the seriousness of it, and she was like, "Go, just leave me here."
Can't do that today, love. Not today.
So the other girl who was with us, friend who was with us, she was like, "Come on, move. We never leave a friend behind."
Hugging a lamppost.
So I was like, what? I was just like nearly wetting myself by this point. I didn't even say anything.
Friend behind.
But I was like, where do you think we are? The Titanic. Like that. It was like a corner, and it was so icy, don't get me wrong, but it literally takes me a few minutes to get home from work, from where I live, from my work. It took half an hour.
Oh my God.
It took half an hour because this person would not leave and had to phone her husband, who then came up. Oh, it was just, it mightn't even sound that funny to anyone now listening, but it
is. And
then the person who said, I wasn't really saying, I was just crying so much.
We never leave a friend behind.
She said, and come on, we're all in it.
We're all in this together. Really going down to corner. You're not doing the Krypton factor.
It was, that was, I still cry about that when I think of that moment.
So you know, moments like that, they're the moments that you need to think of when you're feeling worried, or you're going into like an interview or a meeting, or, you know, something where you're nervous. I always use those as an anchor to think of, just to make me feel a little bit.
Well, do you know what? It's brought back loads, because you have lots of times now. And I remember the time, sorry, this is another time, my dad, I don't know whether you'll be able to get this one. My dad.
I'll get a phone call tonight, Tony. Edit that bit out.
No,
I'm like, no.
It was so funny.
Jamie, it's on you.
It was so funny. It was, we were going to the pictures. It was around Mother's Day a couple of years ago. And we were going to the pictures, me and my mum.
Yeah.
I said, let's go to the, instead of going out for a meal and doing all that, we just went to the pictures together. And my mum and dad, for some reason, have got the same phone case. So my mum had picked them both up and put them in a bag.
Right.
So we're in the pictures and we're sitting there.
Oh, she's put one phone in a bag and then she's done a once over and picked the other one up and put it in a bag.
And we're sitting there, we'd already walked in while everyone else is there on time, and we're sitting
on time, Louise?
No, they were on time, not me. And we're walking in finding our seats. Yeah. And we'd done, you know, because you have to book, when you booked online, you have seats now, don't you? And my mum was going, I'm sure these aren't our seats. Anyway, we sit down. I said, doesn't matter, let's just sit down. So it was about to start because we were already...
What were you watching?
I can't remember. No, not that I can't. I can remember what I watched, but I can't remember the name. It was with a lot of famous people, and it was about...
It was a movie with a lot of famous people in it.
Oh, sometimes I don't think before I speak. But it was about, I'll tell you what it's about a nursing in like a hospital.
Oh yeah.
And they look after older people, like a nursing home a bit.
Right.
And it turns out she was like helping finish them, like killing some of them.
Oh my good God.
But it was really good. It had funny bits in as well. I can't remember the name. I can't remember, but it was
If
good.
anybody knows, they'll leave it in the comments for us.
I've watched it twice, but it was
just doesn't remember the name.
Oh, I don't remember famous people apart from Madonna. I don't remember famous people, books' names or anything. I don't do it purposely. But anyway, to the point, let's get back to the point. The point was we're sitting there, it was about to start. It was just started. I mean, my mum's, I said, you turned your phone off, and she went, yeah. The phone starts ringing within minutes. And someone's phone's ringing. I said, it's you, like that. And she went, what? And then my mum's lifting the bag up, you know, like that. And I'm going, turn it off, like that. So anyway, she didn't know my phone's off because she thought it was her phone turned off. And when she gets it, that's when she knows. So she picked my dad's up. So my dad's ringing them from the house phone and to see where the phone is. So she answers, but my mum goes, hello, like that, dead quick. Like quiet, trying to be quietly, like in the pictures. And she went, I've got your dad's phone. And she went, hello. And then he said, hello? Wait, you got my phone or something like that? And she said, yeah, okay, bye. Like that. She said, yeah, okay. Well, no, because we could hear him. And he said something like, wait, I can't remember. It was something like...
He's obviously thought he's left his phone somewhere.
But it was like, we could hear him in the pictures, whatever he said. There was like a little word in there. But whatever he said, we could hear him. Because my mum wanted, because she knew people did, she went, okay, bye, like that, and put the phones, and turned it off. She's like, just cut him off completely. But we were hysterical, like, and we were like, even before when they weren't funny parts in the film, me and my mum were like just crying at the thought of me dad at home without the phone. She cut him off, you know, like.
And he's going to be thinking he's left it somewhere.
Oh, how often do you get your hair done? Because it looks very nice.
Every 6 weeks I get mine done.
And what products do you use?
I have my hair done by my hairdresser. Every 6 weeks I have half head foils, cut, blow, and that's it. For washing my hair, I've always been like, you know, not too fussy about what I put on my hair, but love Pantene. But found during the maybe last 6 months, I think we were saying this the other day, wasn't I've got a change in my hair and I can feel it. So you were saying that your mum had got you the Avida shampoo and conditioner, and I was like, maybe I need to change up from using Pantene to, you know.
Have you not heard that? Because I know my hairdresser says that to me. You shouldn't stick to the same.
I know.
Shampoo. I remember her telling me that years ago. You should change it up every now and then. This Avida, by the way, we'll I've got a little picture of that because it's so good. I mean, if your hair is changing, because I was saying, I've always had dry hair, really dry hair, but it's gone worse through the menopause.
My texture has changed really in my hair.
So coarse, so it feels brittle, it just feels awful. And that is helping. That is really helping. I mean, it's not cheap, but I suppose I keep it separate from myself.
I got the XGV.
Oh yeah.
Argan oil shampoo and conditioner from Asda. They were on offer, so they were on offer for £4 each, I think. I think they should be, I think it was half price. And my hair's felt lovely. I mean, it needs washing now, but, you know, I'm not going to wash it right now just to film this video.
No, your hair looks it looks lovely and glossy.
I've always had fine hair, but, you know, I've got quite a bit of it. It's not fly away or nothing. It'll hold a curl. Very low maintenance, but I'd say over the past 6 months, I've felt the change in texture in my hair. Definitely. And I've had quite a bit of breakage, which I don't usually have. So I'm in the process now of growing these curtains out. And it's like knotty. And I've been blonde for, I don't know how long, you know. So I can't even say that it's down to my hair because I even stopped Olaplex.
You've only ever been blonde since I've known you. I know you was dark, but
I was dark many years ago. Like jet black hair. Not even like brown, it was jet black.
I used to have jet black. I think as you get older, I think you need to go a bit lighter really, because your tone of your skin is different, so it doesn't suit it sometimes, does it?
What I was thinking was, though, I might change and get... I say this all the time, and by the time I get in the hairdresser seat, you should have seen me last time, just before Christmas when I was there. I was like, I need about 5 inches off, Claire. So she was like, yeah, okay.
And then she went, and you went, no.
Yeah, she went, how many inches we have nothing? I went, 3. And she went, yeah, it needs a good cut.
Yeah.
So I was like, 3 inches. So, I mean, I did have quite a bit off because it was down, It grows really quick, but the texture of it is just different. But I was like, I'll have low lights and I'll get some layers put in to hide the little bits of breakage, which seem to be around the back of my hair, which is bizarre, like around my crown. Like, these aren't layers.
Oh, right.
That's just like changed hair, like it's broke. And I mean, there's no overlapping, but anyway, that's another story.
Well, this is very good if you do have dry... I did take a picture and tried to do on the last video we tried to do, and it wasn't a good picture anyway.
Yeah.
But this Shea
Moisture.
Strengthen and restore treatment and mask with shea butter, peppermint, apple cider vinegar and Jamaican black castor oil. Now this is the only thing that I'm finding. I've only used at the moment twice, but it is making my hair more manageable,
smoother,
just a lot more manageable, and it doesn't feel as coarse and dry, and it's really, don't know whether...
Get my face out and get your face out and it'll focus then. Is it dark, the screen? Let me just touch your screen face, that's it.
So that's it. If you do have hair that's dry, coarse,
And you leave that on for like 15 minutes or something.
The first time I done it, I left it on for half an hour. I can't be bothered to try.
Yeah,
Isn't
I get
it
like that. It's such
you've
a chore.
got to be in the mood to
It's
dry
such a
your
chore.
hair. It's like me.
It's 45 minutes, you're never going to get back.
I hate it. I look at it and go, really? Like, I washed my hair last night to get all the powder out.
Yeah.
To get my roots done today.
Yeah.
Because
Such a
the grey was
chore.
there. It's like a skunk had just like slid on my head and it stayed there like a skunk trail. It was that. And it's not even. Richard went, ooh, you look old. He said,
Richard!
like, you know, he was laughing, but
They're so good for our confidence. He said the same to me the other day when I was sat editing on the chair in there, and he went, you like that? Hunched over, and I went, oh, thank you. You're trying to say I've got a hump on my back? He went, you like that? I was like, no, okay, sorry, I'm wearing sat all prim and proper with my glasses on the tip of my nose.
But it wasn't silvery, it was white. It was just white. It was like I said to you, it was like, and it was there, I'm not even lying about that. I should have took a picture. It was there. I was like,
it's all gone now though, it looks lovely.
It's gone. But I forgot my point of telling you that. What was my point?
The mask, the hair mask.
No, that wasn't the point of telling. Doesn't matter. Let's move on. Let's move on.
You'll be answering it yourself when you see the video and it's live. If Otis or Ruby could talk, what embarrassing secret would they reveal about you?
My mother's a nutter.
Mine would reveal that. Mine would definitely reveal that.
Because Ruby looks at me like that sometimes. You know, if we're in on our own and like, I like to dance to you when I'm tidying up.
Oh, you can't beat it. Music.
Yeah.
Music is that's it. Lee says to me all the time in the car, he goes, keep your head still while you're driving.
Yeah.
Because I'm like that in the car, and he goes, the other day I was like, oh, I love this song, can't remember what the song was, and he went, you make me laugh. He went, you're just bursting into song, dancing while you're driving. Yeah. Keep both hands on the wheel and stop nodding your head side to side. I was like, and then he just like looks at me like that as if to say, are you all right?
Yeah.
I'm like, feel the music.
I know. Music is just like, what would we do without music? Oh. It's just, like, you know, the radio goes right up.
Yeah.
Or the record player, whatever it might be, is on. But then I don't get much cleaning done because I really love everyone that normally comes on. I go, I love this one as well, and then I'm like, oh, you know, whatever that might be, singing my own way.
Yeah.
So one would say my mother's a nutter because Ruby does look at me in that way, like. She will try and dance with you know, though, Ruby. She'll bark as well, like she's getting involved, and then like her legs go like
that's
this.
Cute.
Otis are probably...
You snore.
Yeah, you procrastinate too much. Where do you see yourself in 10 years' time?
Where do I see myself?
Or where do you see yourself, or where would you like to see yourself in 10 years' time?
Healthy, and will I still be here in this house? Sorry, not here, like on this planet.
That's another way to like think.
Not here on this planet. Obviously, I'll be on this planet, but will I still be living in here? I don't know. Work, I would love to think that.
Would you like to think you're still going to be here in 10 years, or would you think, well, no,
I don't know. Lee and I were talking about this yesterday when we were on a walk, because although we've been here for 5 minutes, still doesn't feel like home. So Lee said, like, he goes in the garden and he goes into the shed, and he said, I have these bizarre moments where I'm like, it's not our shed. And I was like, yeah, but we were 22 years in our other house.
Exactly, and it's still so new here.
Yeah, just to be healthy, to be happy. And I'd be more than happy if my life was still the same. I'd love to think that the Chatty Two had took off and we had inspired so many women who were menopausal or, you know, going through something. And we cheered them up in ways.
And say, you can do it, get out there. Yeah,
I am more than happy with life the way that it is, and think in 10 years I'd just be 10 years younger, and
very good.
I'd be happy with that, and my wax melts would be booming.
Yeah. Boom, boom.
What is the most ridiculous thing you have ever purchased?
I remember this one.
Do you?
There's probably a few things, I love these shoes. God, going back years, only in my 20s, loved them. They were like little slip-ons with like a little heel, but they were stripes. I'm quite fond of stripes and spots. And they were like little point slip-ons, absolutely lovely. Loved it. I think they were like orangey, but they had mostly orange, but they had loads of other little colours going through them. Oh,
like the rock ones from years ago. They sold them in shoe.
Not the Red or Dead. I had them ones.
Did you?
Yeah, not them. These were like before that.
Right.
So these were like a smaller heel, like a kitten heel.
Yeah.
These were just like for the day, really.
Yeah.
You know, little slip-on. And I remember getting them, even though they were too small.
You squished your feet into them.
My little toe was hanging out.
No.
Yeah. I still got them.
Did you wear them?
Yeah. That's the even worst bit about it, yeah.
With your little pinky sticking out.
Well, I just tried to get it in there. But it's just because I loved them so much. So
oh my God.
I think how ridiculous was that?
Wow. Yeah, it's fashion.
Yeah.
Or Ashley would always say that, fashion before comfort.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh no, comfort before fashion. That's the most ridiculous. Your little pinky hanging out of your shoe.
I know. You cannot get away. It's like clothes, isn't it? But I suppose shoes is even worse. Having them a bit big, you can grip your foot in. That's still silly, by the way. But to buy them smaller, it's just a no-go. No-go. Where is your go-to for some comfort? What do you find comforting?
What do I find comforting?
Like, yeah, so if you felt a bit out of sorts that day or a bit stressed over anything,
Wales.
So comfort.
I always go home to, well, I don't go home to Wales because I've never lived in Wales, but Wales means so much to me. And it's funny because, it's funny that you've just said that, because there seems to be lots of talk in our house at the moment about me not wanting to go on holiday anywhere, and there's only two places that I want to go. Yeah. Svalbard and Switzerland.
You mentioned that, yeah.
I've travelled, I'm well travelled. I've travelled right through my early teens, well, late teens, early 20s, even early 30s, up to Ollie being grown up, basically. Yeah.
So it's not that you haven't,
I haven't travelled. I've been America, Florida, New York, you know, I've been lots of places, but it's just not something that brings me joy. And I get a lot more out of travelling here. There are so many beautiful places here that I absolutely love and I'm connected with. I'm connected with Ireland, I'm connected with Wales, and if ever I need that moment of just wanting comfort, I suppose it's a way of me feeling close to my mum. Yeah. I always go home to Wales. I go to Landud now.
So that's where I've heard you say you go there. Yeah.
Or we just go loggerheads and go walking. Like Lee knows, he goes here. Should we have a weekend in Wales, love? And I'm like, yeah. And we'll go loggerheads. We'll go and do all the lovely walks. You know, Mulvanna, all them things. That's what brings me comfort.
Oh.
If it's spur of the moment, like if something was to happen and I'm needing comfort there and then, I'd probably go to Peg, my dog.
Yeah, that's one we won't leave you alone for.
Yeah. She knows me like the back of my hand, so I'll just pick her up and cuddle her. She's like a huge comfort for me, our Peg. But yeah, that's where to go to, our Peg.
I think so also know, they say dogs and animals know anyway, don't they?
Yeah.
Feel it.
If you could choose one historical figure to spend the weekend with, who would it be and why? You gutted, you said Madonna now about if you could be one person for the day, aren't you?
Historical. Ask me the question again.
If you could pick one historical figure to spend the weekend with, who would it be and why?
Spend it with, not be.
No, spend it with.
Okay.
Who would it be and why?
I don't know.
Do you know who mine would be with, and hopefully it might inspire you a little bit? Patrick Swayze. Not for any other reason other than to do the whole... Because I know Dirty Dancing word for word. You must know Dirty Dancing word for word.
Yeah.
Imagine getting to spend a weekend with them and doing the lift and doing the waterfall and doing the tree trunk walk and, you know, doing all of them things with them over a weekend because you know the scene word for word.
Yeah.
I would do that with Patrick Swayze. Yeah. Oh, I loved Patrick Swayze so much. And I loved Dirty Dancing.
He did come across.
Yeah.
He only had... God, he was only young, wasn't he, really?
Yeah.
That was
50, late 50s, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But that's who I would choose. Don't you have anyone who's passed away and you're like, oh...
Not famously.
Right.
Not famously.
They have to be famous.
Oh, do they have to be famous? Okay. You have to be famous.
What about the Queen, if you wanted a little behind the scenes?
Yeah, so if she was alive, I'd like to... Yeah, but no, I probably wouldn't pick the Queen. Being truthful, no, I wouldn't.
Decisive.
No, I wouldn't.
So I wouldn't pick the Queen. Do you want to have a little think on it and we'll come back to it and I'll ask you another one? Because I had a few more questions than you anyway, didn't I?
Well, do you want me to ask you one of yours now?
Go on then.
What is your favourite time of year?
What's my favourite time of year? Christmas and winter.
Is it?
Yeah, all day long.
That was very quick and...
Yeah, don't even need to think about it. Absolutely love winter and Christmas. Dark nights, I know they're not for everybody. Although this year I felt a little bit differently about it, but I think it's just because I'm in a new house and, you know, I want springtime to come around so I can get some confidence in the garden and learn about gardening and all them things. Can you picture me learning about gardening as I'm terrified? I wouldn't even go out there.
Yeah, that'd be a challenge for you.
But I'm going to try. But this year I have felt differently, but give me winter and Christmas all day long.
I like the seasons, do you then?
Yeah.
I do like seasons.
But we don't get 4 seasons like we got when we were younger.
No, they're not the same. It's all changing, isn't it? But, you know, some people will say, oh, no, I like the sun and I'd like to live in the sun.
Oh, no,
and there's a lot.
No.
I'd say that's quite high, though. No. A lot of people do
Lee's
say
like
the
that.
sun.
Lee's exactly the same,
and
Big
I'm
Lee.
not saying I don't like the sun. I do like the sun.
I can't get away from it quick enough.
Don't like it as much as I did like it.
Yeah.
Can't lie in it. Haven't got the patience to lie in it anymore. Even though I like to lie, you know, sit down, but I don't like lying in the sun anymore. No. I would rather be walking.
Yep, same.
Just still trying to think of who I'd like to spend the weekends with as a famous person.
Well, you can have a little think on that. What is the silliest reason that you've ever burst out laughing at an inappropriate time? We've all done it. I'm guilty of it. At an inappropriate
Your
time.
questions have really got me going in.
I want you to think.
I know, that's what you do.
Do you want...
Funny. What? Say it again.
You're still thinking the historical figure that you're going to spend the weekend with, aren't you? What is the silliest reason that you've ever burst out laughing at an inappropriate time? Off the top of my head, and I quite often think of this and I feel quite bad about it, but I still laugh about it even when I try and tell the story. But my dad was Irish Catholic, so we had a church service before the burial. And we're sat in the front row, me, Nikki, Denny, Graham, John, the front of the church, and then, you know, Lee was next to me, and then all of our family were all behind us in the pews. Me dad's sister was sat behind us. She's the eldest, and she was really close with me dad.
Yeah.
And, you know, they had chosen the songs that my dad wanted to play during his service, and the first one was How Great Thou Art. Trust me, Dad, of all songs, like How Great Thou Art. She starts yodeling. Have you ever heard anyone yodel? How great thou art?
No, I like yodel that.
Well, Lee goes like that.
Did she not tell anyone she was doing it?
She yodels anyway, my Auntie Flo.
Yeah, but no one knew she was going to do it.
No, she just started yodeling. So as everybody's singing, How Great Thou Art, like Lee's like that, and then he goes to me, what's that? I went to him, it's my Auntie Flo yodeling. He went, what? She's yodeling. She's going, oh, great. I can't even yodel to save my life. But it was so loud, and Was you the only one laughing? I was crying laughing. Oh. And then the more I was trying to stop, she'd carry on yodeling.
Louder.
And I just knew my dad had been stood there like that, you know. Oh, honest to God. That is the most inappropriate time to laugh during the service of your dad's funeral, but it cheered me up. It made the whole thing lighter. And I never even knew that my Auntie Flo could yodel. But, like, not even in a bad way.
Yeah.
Like, my Auntie Flo can yodel. Like, proper yodel. You know what yodeling is?
Yeah. Like that, yeah. I don't know.
Well, How Great Thou Art is quite hard to yodel, but my Auntie Flo nailed it.
That?
I think it's just the singing style, isn't it?
Yeah, so you just like shake your voice a little bit. Is it from Sweden, that? No.
Well, my Auntie Flo was Irish, isn't she? My dad was Irish.
Oh, I know, but do you know what that reminds me of? You know, like,
You Yodelay, yodelay, yodelay.
With the girl holding the milk over the shoulders. It's not Sweden.
It's in our genes, Lou.
No, but you know what I mean? You know when you wear the wooden thing in the milk? Yodelay. Milka bars, purple milka bars,
Yeah,
that's what it reminds you of. Might be making me own up there.
You say to me all the time, you get the giggles like if there's something serious going on. If there's anything, like your meetings in work, and then you just get a little random thought.
But I always do that. I do that constantly.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I just laugh at things that, I laugh at moments that are meant to be, and I don't purposely go to do it.
It's always worse when someone goes, stop.
I know.
You're like, I can't.
I know. I do it in moments where if I get tired, I go very like that. You know, like, it's my brain too. It's really bad at the moment.
Well, can you think about the historical person you'd like to spend the weekend with? Let's try another one, Louise.
No,
you can think on them too.
No,
we can go back to them.
Historical, I would say.
What about James Dean?
No.
She's like...
No, definitely not. You know James Dean. I don't think I'd want to spend the weekend with anyone famous. I'm not bothered.
Not even Patrick Swayze to do Dirty Dancing?
No, if I'm being really truthful, it's too long a weekend. I might like...
What if they could teach you some amazing things?
I'm not bothered. I mean, I'd like... They don't impress me. Do you know what I mean? Like,
would you not love to do the lift with Patrick Swayze?
Well, if I did. If I didn't, I didn't.
I would do the lift with Patrick Swayze. He'd struggle a little bit with me, like, but...
I don't know, you know, I'm just a bit funny like that. It's like, honestly, if I like something, I go, I like that, but I wouldn't go. People, it's like, so this is what I'll say, what I mean by this.
What about the Beatles to spend with John Lennon to see how he learned to write his songs, or, you know, because you love the Beatles. There must be something where you go, oh God, yeah, because, you know, you could see, it's like a behind the scenes of a weekend of their life.
Yeah, but I don't think I'd still want to spend the weekend with them. About it.
It's not romantic, Louise.
No,
I don't want to spend the weekend with them. It's not, what was that movie? It's not Indecent Proposal. It's just one historical person.
Do you know what? For me, okay then, I would like to spend it with the first person, if it's true, who went to the moon. To see.
Neil Armstrong, wasn't it?
So they say.
Yeah.
I'd like to see. I know that's a big, like, some people believe it did and it's not, but I'd like to, but I wouldn't like, I'd have to go with him though then, wouldn't I?
Well, you wouldn't have to, we could tell you all about it.
Yeah. I could ask questions about that. Because I couldn't go with him, I don't like to be claustrophobic, so definitely wouldn't go in a rocket.
No.
Because I'm a bit, I'm not really...
It blows my mind how they even say that people are in them when they launch them off, and it's like, well, how do they know it's going to come back?
I always wonder, how do you know to get right back down?
Yeah. How does it know where it's going? Who's driving it?
That's what I'm saying. And then wasn't the little flag moving on the moon as well?
Oh.
Meant to be no wind. There's some atmosphere. That's a different even topic.
So Neil Armstrong.
So yeah, someone like that who is quite inspiring.
Yeah.
Well, he'd be inspiring if I'd ask the questions and I'd see what they come out with, you know.
Yeah. So you're saying Neil Armstrong then, Louise, yeah? Now let's go to...
Maybe.
Maybe he's a little bit fussy. Yeah. I'm like dead easily pleased. I'm like Patrick Swayze. I want to do the whole... In fact...
No, do you know who I'd like to spend the weekend with? Is that the weekends?
Judy Garland to do Wizard of Oz. Are you going to say it?
No, do you know who I'd like to spend the...
Who?
Judy Garland to what?
To recreate the Wizard of Oz?
No.
No?
No.
See, there's a serious inner child in me, isn't there?
I would like to spend the weekend with someone who just makes me laugh, do you know what I mean? So I would say...
Me.
I think laughing's the best medicine.
Not historical.
You know that actress, Melissa McCarthy, I think it is?
Oh, she's so funny.
She is so...
Yeah.
I'd like to be her
Yeah.
friend.
I would love to be her friend because everything is just fun with it, isn't it?
You know.
There's not a film that you watch. You see her face and you just go, want to watch it.
I hope this is one
Identity theft.
Mine's Bridesmaids.
Oh, mine's Identity theft.
I mean, she's selling that anyway, isn't she?
Yeah,
I love Identity.
yeah.
I love everything with her
Yeah,
in.
she's so funny.
But Bridesmaids is my best film. I've never cried laughing so much.
What's the one where she gets amnesia and she forgets? Oh, I must look that up. Because that's another great film with her
You're
as
asking
well.
me that? I can't even remember. What famous for you 3 people would you ask to a dinner party and why?
What 3 famous people?
And why? Why would you ask them?
I'd have Lee Evans first of all, because he'd just make me laugh.
He is. Is he the one who sweats loads?
Yeah,
he's
love
very
him.
funny.
Love him. You just get a 6-pack. Imagine being his wife. All you do is laugh.
Yeah, he is funny.
You'd be like, I'm not going to the gym today.
He's not really on anymore, is he?
No.
No.
Seen him live a few times
yeah.
and he was so funny.
Yeah.
Lovely Evans. So I'd have Lee Evans. I'd have Gordon Ramsay, not because I like him, but because he can do the cooking.
I knew you were going to say that, yeah.
And I'd have Kim or Aggie so they could clean up after us so I haven't got to do anything.
Yeah.
And I'm not fussy about which one I have, Kim or Aggie. Either will do.
But, so not for, just for them reasons you'd have to, yeah.
So I can sit down and put my feet up. Oh. But yeah, solely for Lee Evans because he would just imagine him just being in your house.
Yeah, but once after, what would you talk about before she does the cleaning with Aggie? All your cleaning tips?
No, I'd be too busy with Lee Evans just laughing.
Okay, so you're just sitting.
Yeah, Gordon Ramsay would be busy cooking. And I'd just be laughing at Lee Evans. I've got one quick question for you. See if we can do it before the battery goes. If you had a user manual, what would be the important warning label?
What do you mean?
We had to give it a little charge on the battery because the battery went flat. It's got a little bit dark.
It's all like hesitant, yeah.
The next question I asked you just before the battery went flat was if your life had a user manual, what would be the important warning label?
On mine?
Yeah.
Be patient. This could take some time.
Be fair.
The time I've yeah, this could take some time. Be patient.
Right, 4-hour wait.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Pending. 2 days.
Oh, gosh.
Right, with you, yeah?
Yeah, go on.
Any regrets do you have, or that you would have done anything differently?
Any regrets that I have?
Or do you have any? You mightn't have any. Or would you have done anything differently, if not regrets?
Recently?
Whenever?
Well, I've got one regret with my panelling on the wall.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. Oh, Louise, don't.
Oh, what do you mean?
Look. Let's see if you notice it.
A little bit higher.
Yeah, thank you, yes.
A little bit.
Yeah, well
You
that's...
can move that though. Let's see.
I know, yeah, but I can't be arsed, so I'm just going to paint it and stick a vase there and hope that no one notices.
Yeah, well,
It's my only regret at the moment, though.
Don't point it out.
Oh, gosh. Mine is, if you had a redo button for one moment in your life, what would it be and how would you change it? I'd have had that for the redo button, definitely.
A redo?
Yeah. Something that you could redo again now. Kind of similar to the question you've just asked me, really.
Yeah, let's not...
For one moment in your life.
Okay, so there was a time, many years ago, I think I was about 14 maybe, 15, and we were going to this, we were all on holiday, and me and my eldest brother went to this little disco, and I'd made a friend on holiday, like you do, girl from Wales, you love a girl.
Not a boyfriend?
No, girl. And she had big breasts.
Did you ever have a little boyfriend on holiday? When you went on holiday?
Did you have a boyfriend for that week or 2 weeks?
Yeah, just for that week, like a little holiday romance. I mean, when you were young, like, 11, 12. In like the Robin Hood camp or something like that. That's where I have mine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have little moments, don't you?
Yeah.
When you met someone, you go, oh.
Oh, he's my boyfriend. Little holiday romance.
But this girl, she's lovely, I can't remember her name, years ago, but she had, big breasts, and obviously...
How old were you?
I was about 14, 15.
Oh, right.
And I didn't have the same. and I was quite annoyed at that. So
Mother Nature let you down, Louise.
Yeah. So I remember my mum only said it as a joke to you. She cut her shoulder pads out of some jacket she had or something like that.
I know what you're going to say.
And she said, well, do you want to put that? And I really took her up on it. I put them in. You know,
in your bra?
Yeah.
I used to use socks.
Yeah, I put them in as they were like, look, mine have grown in a day. And
mine have grown in a day.
And one fell out there when I was dancing.
Don't.
Yeah.
One of the shoulder pads?
Yeah.
Does anybody see them?
Yeah, the man behind the bar was only about 14, 15, remember him pointing.
Yeah, love, you're like, oh, sorry. Putting it back in your vest.
I thought it was abroad and no one knows you, but yeah. I thought,
oh, gosh.
You do these things, don't you?
How would you change it then?
I would have never stuck a shoulder pad
in your bra.
Yeah, I would have been happy being flat-chested.
Yeah. Oh, I'd love to be flat-chested. I was when I was younger, but I'm just not now.
No, I'm not.
I think the menopause makes them a little bit bigger though as well, doesn't it?
Yeah. A bit more, yeah.
Yeah.
What is the bravest thing you have done?
What's the bravest thing I've ever done?
Or is there anything brave that you've ever done? Or you felt it was like...
Brave?
I feel brave, yeah.
Oh, you've got me there, Louise.
Thank God.
Where have I ever felt brave? I'm struggling, Louise. I'm struggling for what I've done that's brave. Where I've actually felt brave?
Yeah, like...
London.
Oh, we are? Well, there you go.
Because I felt so brave that day. I said to you,
it was
like...
a difference from being the other time we went, wasn't it?
London, definitely.
Okay.
And I want to feel that again because it was so empowering, wasn't it?
We did actually say, oh, look at us, not
we took so many trains. So many trains, so it was definitely London for me for feeling brave. If you had to teach a class, what would the class be?
Yoga.
Yoga? You would teach yoga?
Yeah, if I knew everything about it, which I don't.
Yeah.
But I'd like to teach yoga and meditation, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'd be part of your group, your class.
Yeah.
Namaste.
All lie down.
All lie down, take a nap.
Go to sleep.
Take a nap.
Child pose.
Downward dog. You're there. It's all good. I hope that you've enjoyed it and it's been a little bit of fun for you. Louise is stuck for words. She doesn't want to say bye.
I'm just thinking what I've got to do next.
What have you got to do?
I've got to do the shops.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, what time is it, Lou?
There'll still be some open.
Yeah, there will be. It's only 5:15.
The women always do that. You're always thinking in the back of your mind what you've got to do.
The next tick off the
Not enough hours in the day, like we say.
There really
but
isn't.
If you've liked what you've heard and what you've seen, give us a big thumbs up.
Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our future videos. And thank you so much for spending a little bit of time.
And this will be Sundays. This will be going on Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday. You'll be watching this on Sunday.
And Wednesdays will be the... we've got
our bits together for the car boot sale.
Yeah.
So we will update you all on Wednesday with regards to the car boot sale. I've already started.
Have you?
Lee came upstairs. He said,
organised again. See what I mean?
No, Lee came upstairs. He said, "Is all this washing going in the laundry basket, love?" I said, "No, that's the stuff for the car boot sale at Louise." He went, "Proud of you. Just don't leave it all on my side on the floor." I was like, "I'm over, I'll move it."
I've done none
got a
of
pile
that,
like that. Getting organised, getting there. So we will update you all on Wednesday with regards to the car boot sale, but really looking forward to it. Can't wait.
Be a laugh, haven't it?
Yeah.
If nothing else, it'll be a laugh. So thank you for watching, and we will see you next
Wednesday.
week. Take care.
Bye for now.